Before I begin with my talk, I would like to tell you all about an experiment that frightened me as much as it enlightened me. It's called the flea in the jar experiment. Here is how it goes. So a couple of fleas were placed in a glass jar and the lid was closed. Naturally, the fleas tried to escape, but they hit the lid and came down again. They tried to break free over and over again until they were exhausted and eventually gave up. The fleas were trapped in the jar for 3 days, and then the jar was opened, the lid pulled off, and here is what happened. The fleas didn't try to jump high or even escape the glass jar. But why? Because they were conditioned and forced to believe they had a limited jump height. They were made to believe that they were powerless to change their circumstances, and thus they accepted their situation. They accepted where they are, who they are, and how they are. They believed it to be their reality. Now I'll come back to the significance of the story later, but before that, let me ask you all a question. I want your attention, please. How many of you here come from a middle class family? Raise your hands, please. Wow, wonderful. That's almost a house full. I come from one as well. And हमें inheritance में property नहीं, scarcity mindset, zero risk taking abilities and limiting beliefs मिलते हैं. Okay, now tell me one thing. How many of you here have gone through this? 10th-12th अच्छे से कर लो, life set है. That's nice, house full again. अच्छे कॉलेज में घुस जाओ, life set है. And wait, the best one. IIT या UPSC क्रैक कर लो, तब तो लाइफ एकदम ही सेट है. Me too. I've heard this multiple times. And though my parents have been supportive, just like any other middle class family, they either wanted me to pursue law or, of course, crack UPSC. And honestly, I did prepare for both. Until I realized that even though I have the drive, ambition, and the potential to make it, I just didn't want to. I've been that typical Sharma ji ki beti, you know, the one most kids hate because उनको अपने parents से सुनने को मिलता है. Yeah, I was that. Academically bright and an enthusiastic participant in all co-curricular activities. But for years, I had absolutely no clue what I wanted from my life. Soon, career discussions became a part of family dinners. And amid all the chaos and confusion, there was one thing that remained consistent. My parents' conviction that law or UPSC would make the perfect career choice for me. I hated those discussions. I hated them choosing for me. But when you can't make a decision for yourself, you give others the power to make them for you. I remember I was in the first year of my master's when I had a severe breakdown and a major anxiety attack. I felt lost, confused, hopeless. It felt like everyone around me knew what they wanted from life, but I was stuck. But one day, out of nowhere, I stumbled upon a video on freelancing and personal branding. And with renewed hopes and willingness to make things work, I started building my brand on LinkedIn. And though I was super embarrassed and overly concerned about log kya kahenge, I pushed through. And what started out as an experiment started taking off. People loved my work. I started gaining followers on LinkedIn. business and collaboration opportunities poured in. And even though things got some stability, it was far from a sustainable career option. But for some reason, it felt right. It was my decision, not the one influenced by family, friends, or the society. And for that very reason, I wanted to give it a fair chance. But how do you justify choosing freelancing over a traditional career path? How do you justify taking so much risk over a profession with stability? In most cases, you can't. It took my parents their sweet time, but luckily they saw potential in it. So after my master's ended, I did one thing that most Indian parents dread. I said no to lucrative job offers from Ola, Blue Tokai, Bombay Shaving Company, APJ News, and decided to venture into entrepreneurship instead. Crazy, right? But you know what's crazier? No one in my entire family history has even dared to venture into business. And even though it sounded fancy, trust me, it was anything but that. Yes, I had managed to break the norm. Yes, I had created family history. And yes, I even gained my parents' support. But the problem was, I still had a scarcity mindset. I still had limiting beliefs. And like that flea in the jar, I just couldn't venture beyond the limit I was conditioned to. As a kid from a middle class family, all I had heard, as I believe most of you here have as well, was that, making 12 to 15 lakhs per annum was great for a start. And I don't know when or how, but slowly that became my goal as well. It wasn't until I started networking with business owners and industry leaders, I realized how small I've been thinking all this while. While all I could think of was touching that 1 crore figure, they were talking about making billions of dollars. While all I could think of was taking a few international trips, they were dreaming of impacting millions of lives. And that is when I realized the conditioning of my mind. I just couldn't think big, not even in my imagination, which is not even limited or restricted. Funny, but very sad. So it was in August 2023 when we were invited for a seminar in Mumbai that my co-founder Sherry and I decided to do one daring thing. To stay in a 5-star deluxe hotel for a couple of days. The cost of one room per day was 16,000 rupees. And while we were seeing it as an investment and a mind-blowing way to get past our limiting beliefs, well, our parents didn't see it that way. Mine were concerned and confused, but luckily they didn't say, iski FD kar le. And poor Sherry, she couldn't even tell hers, so she cooked up a story. After all, how does one justify spending 16,000 rupees in a single day, that too on a room? But here's the difference. Our mindset was evolving. Instead of trying to save those 16,000 rupees, we were already thinking of making an additional lakh that month. Instead of looking at it and saying, that's too expensive, we cannot afford it, we decided to ask ourselves, how can we afford it? We flipped the narrative, and guess what? We closed a business deal worth 1.2 lakhs before our luxurious stay at Hilton. Another interesting incident. So in January this year, my co-founder and I decided to take up a very interesting challenge. So I was binge watching on this series called Undercover Billionaire. Anyone has watched it here? No? Amazing show, by the way. You all should watch it. And though we originally had a target of hitting $10,000 that month, I was super pumped to push ourselves and go for the $25,000 mark. So I immediately called Sherry up and I said, bro, $10,000 is too less. We need to hit $25,000 this month. She was confused, surprised, baffled, stunned, all at the same time. And I don't blame her. We had never pushed ourselves like that. So to give her more context of things and make sense of it, I told her that Grant Cardone built a business worth $5 million in less than 90 days from scratch in a city he didn't know with a name that wasn't his. And if he could do it, then we certainly could push for the $25,000 mark, right? And she instantly agreed. We both were super pumped and enthusiastic, like we were actually in one of those reality shows and the world was watching us to see if we make it or break it. So I opened a Google document and gave it a title, Undercover Millionaires, and started jotting down all the strategies that could help us hit the $25,000 mark in less than 4 weeks. And while reverse engineering, I realized one thing. We are our limits. Who told us we could not make $25,000 and had to settle for $10,000 that month? Who told us that making money is hard? Who told us that if you don't come from a business family, you can't build one? And who told us that 9 to 5 is the only stable career option? They did, society did, and like a stupid, obedient child, our brain believed it all. It believed it all to be a reality, and it did it for years on end. That month, we could not hit $25,000. Any guesses on how much we made? Be louder, guys. Oh, we wish. We made $17,000. Yes, $8,000 less than $25,000, but $7,000 more than our original target of $10,000. And until this day, I sometimes pause to reflect and ask myself, had we gone ahead with the $10,000 target, would we have touched the $17,000 mark that month? I'm certain we wouldn't have. After being an entrepreneur for nearly 2 years now and running a 6-figure USD business, if there's one thing that has helped us reach here, it has to be the mindset shift from scarcity to abundance, from seeing it as a risk to calculating the risk of not taking the risk, from trying to save money to finding ways to generating it. We have built a business from scratch. Breaking through the limiting beliefs is the toughest thing to do. But the summit is first conquered in mind before it's done in reality. Breaking through that upper ceiling and venturing into the world of abundance is less about learning and a lot more about unlearning everything you have been made to falsely believe all these years. All our lives we have been limited, restricted. We have been told that there is one horizon, a mirage. We have been told that there are limits. I believed it too. I believed the limits set by them to be my reality. I believed that jar on the lid to be my upper limit. And until 2 years back, that was my horizon. That was my entire world. But guess what? There isn't one horizon. There are infinite. There is a world of opportunities out there. There is a world of abundance awaiting you. And there are boundless horizons for you to chase. So look up and jump out, for there is no lid. In fact, there is no jar. So dream big. Dream so big people think you're crazy. And if they don't think you're crazy, ask yourself, am I even thinking big enough? Thank you, DSC. Thank you for being a lovely audience. And now that we are all in this room together, let's just commit to ourselves to think big, to dream big unapologetically. And when you all jump out of that jar, I'll cheer for you just like how you have cheered for me today. So let's give ourselves a huge round of applause for taking that first step towards breaking the cycle of mediocrity and limiting beliefs.